A remote farmstead, snow-covered fields, a family asleep in their beds, unaware that death is already inside the house. Footsteps in the snow appear, leading to the home, but none ever leave. What happened at Hinterkaifeck would baffle police, horrify the nation, and leave a mystery unsolved for over a century. The year was 1922. The world was still recovering from the First World War. In rural Bavaria, an aging farmer named Andreas Gruber lived on the Hinterkaifeck farm with his wife Cecilia, their widowed daughter Victoria, her two young children, Cecilia Jr. and Joseph, and their maid Maria. The family was quiet, reserved, but there were whispers, rumors, stories that Andreas and his daughter had an inappropriate relationship, stories people didn't want to believe, but couldn't ignore. They lived in near isolation, tucked between forests and fields. But this isolation would become their doom. In the days before the murders, strange things began happening on the farm. Footprints were found in the snow, leading to the house, but never away. A set of house keys vanished. Andreas heard footsteps in the attic. The family dog barked at empty doorways. Yet no one found anything. Even stranger, a newspaper from Munich appeared in the home. No one in the family had bought it. Neighbors grew uneasy. Then the family's maid abruptly quit, saying the house was haunted. Still, life on the farm carried on, but the shadow over Hinterkaifeck was growing darker by the hour. On April 4th, concerned neighbors went to check on the Grubers. The family hadn't been seen in days. What they found was a nightmare. In the barn, they discovered 4 bodies: Andreas, Cecilia Sr., Victoria, and little Cecilia Jr., stacked on top of each other, partially covered with hay. Inside the house, they found Maria and baby Joseph, both murdered in their beds. The scene was grotesque. The killer had used a mattock, a pickaxe-like tool, to slaughter them. But the most chilling part? The murders had likely occurred 4 days earlier. And in that time, someone had been living in the house. The livestock were fed, meals had been eaten, smoke had been seen rising from the chimney. The killer didn't just murder the family, they stayed. What followed was one of the most intense manhunts in German history. Over 100 suspects were questioned. Theories ranged from robbery to revenge, even dark superstition. But nothing fit perfectly. Some believed the killer was someone the family knew, someone they let into the house. Others thought it was a drifter or madman who stalked them for days. A bitter neighbor? A jealous ex-lover? The clues were there, but none told the full story. One theory stood out: Victoria's ex-lover, Lorenz Schlittenbauer, who helped discover the bodies. He acted strangely, moved the bodies around without concern, and knew the layout of the home. But he was never charged. To this day, no one knows who murdered the Gruber family, or why. After the murders, the farm was abandoned. People said they saw lights in the windows at night, heard voices and crying. The home was eventually demolished, its bricks sold off. But some claim the land is still cursed. Hinterkaifeck remains one of the most disturbing unsolved crimes in history. A brutal slaughter, a silent killer, and a trail of footsteps that vanish in the snow. Who walked into that house and never walked out? If you want to know 2 of the most terrifying horror murder mysteries in the world, click on this video, and while you are at it, don't forget to subscribe. I will see you there.